Hi everybody, happy Halloween. I'm Helena from Kink Design and we're on the Aussie Decor transfer page. Tonight I'm going to be showing you how to put a poster print on your piece of furniture. It's very dark here because in the UK I'm going to put a light on, see if this helps. Oh, it's a bit bright, isn't it? In the UK, our clocks changed to winter time. So this is 6 o'clock, but yesterday it was 7 p.m. So it's actually quite dark, darker than it usually is. So I'm going to show you the poster print I'm working with. This is called Saxy, not sexy, Saxy Jazz. Hi, Sergeant. Hi, Susie. So this is the poster print. Hi, Fab is he. I really like him. It looks black, but actually in reality it's navy. So it's, I think it would be like midnight blue, maybe midnight blue with a little bit of cold black in it. But yeah, it looks black, but it's actually navy. I'm going to put it on this chest of drawers. So this chest of drawers I painted years ago. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Eilish. This chest of drawers I painted years and years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. But it was my granddad's, and it's sentimental. So I thought it was time for a facelift. Our poster prints come. This is only the second time I've used a poster print. And yes, I'm on the floor tonight. Our poster prints come in these tubes, so they're quite thick. They're great for shipping, and they're well protected. This one is an A1 size. I have a little banner made. So this one is an A1 size, and it is 59.4 centimeters by 84 centimeters, which is 23.38 inches by 31.1 inches. It says it's not 0.2 millimeter thickness, so they are quite thick, quite robust. They're completely different to decoupage papers, just because of the thickness. I'm going to see if you can see up close. So they also are matte, have a matte finish, but they have a coating, like a film, over them, so you don't need to seal them. But, oh, hi, Elaine Patrick. Elaine's usually out doing her shopping at this time, so thanks for joining, Elaine. So yeah, this is a wee wooden chest of drawers, and so it was my granddad's, and it's very sentimental value, and I painted it so many years ago. These will be taken off and changed, but yeah, it's nice to give it a modern feel. So the poster prints are photographic quality paper. If you want, so it's a matte finish, right? So you put it on and you let it dry, and then if you want a satin finish on your whole piece or a gloss finish on your whole piece, then after it's dry you can do that, and so the poster print will become say a satin or a gloss. So yeah, so these are new to the UK. They've been in Australia for what, nearly 2 years, but they're new to us. So the tools that you need for the poster print application is one of your blue tools, some wet wipes. The only wet wipes I could find were hay fever relief wipes. It doesn't really matter as long as they're wet, because you don't want to get glue. If you get any glue in the front when you're doing your application, you need to get it off. Yeah, so I really do like these poster prints. This one is really cool. And then what you need is, so your application for the other decoupage papers is a thin top coat. For these I am using industrial strength PVA glue, white glue to Americans, and then PVA, and it's quite thick because it's industrial strength. And I have put 1 tablespoon of water in just to make it, because it is actually so thick when you pour it out, just to make it a little bit more runny. I would be using a roller and a tray, because to do the poster prints, you must glue your surface, and then you must also glue the back of your poster print. So it's not the same as your decoupage papers where you just do one. You have to do both surfaces. You do have a little play time with these to reposition, but once the glue soaks into the back of the poster print, if you try to reposition, it will come away. So you do have a little bit of play time, but not as much as you have with our lovely rice papers. So you just need to be aware of that. I prefer to use a roller and tray. Hi Sabine, thanks for joining. Hi Aussie Decor transfers, whoever you are. I prefer to use a roller because you really do want a very even application. You don't want lumps and bumps or variations, because it could add texture if you don't want texture. If you do want texture, then that's fine, work away. So I'm going to get started. Hi Christy. It's Halloween and I wore black. I was going to paint my face and stuff, and then I just didn't. Fireworks are going on outside. I can hear the dogs barking. So I hope it doesn't disturb too much. All right, so I'm going to put the camera, I think you can see, down a wee bit. So I'm just going to take some of the PVA and start. Now I'm not doing the top drawer. I'm going to do the top drawer. Like to see this, the wee lines, and that's the way I'm going to do the top drawer. So what I'm going to do is get my paint, mix it with, there's a wee bit of a lip there. So when it's dry, I'll go back and cut it. And I'll have to do all the wee cuts, and around the drawers when it's dry. But all in all, this is an easy product to use. I've only used it once before and I had no issues with it. There are some lovely designs in it, so I think they're going to be very popular here. They'll be great for backboards as well. But I thought we'd put it on the front of the drawers and see how that goes. So I have an even application on my drawers, and then I'm going to do the same on the back of the poster. So I have my blue tool ready. I'll just use this surface up here so that it's even. And then with our decoupage papers, the rice papers, you do a little at a time, but with the posters, you do the whole thing at once and then push out the air bubbles. Woo. Okay. So I have a little bottle of water here to act as I'm going to put it up a little tiny bit. So I'm just applying the PVA across the top to the edges of the poster and work my way down. There's fireworks going off, is it? And there's trick-or-treaters out. And I can hear it all. I hope it's not coming across on the camera, because it sounds like it sounds hectic out there. So the top of this chest is going to be it's going to be refinished in a funky, cool design. And the top drawer. And then when it's all done, I will post it in the Creative Club. So if you're not a member of the Creative Club yet, you can join. The link is at the top of this post. There's also a link to my page if you want to follow me, and there's also a link to the website if you want to purchase or even just have a look and see what all the other poster prints look like. So I'm just making sure I've got all this covered, and then I'm going to start to apply it. So this is quite easy because I'm starting at the top of the drawer, Just smoothing it out across. I'm using my blue tool. It's a little bit crooked, so I can lift and reposition. And that's the start of it. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize he was still up. Okay, so can you see how effective that looks? So what I'm doing is working across, I'm pushing the air out, going down and under the drawer. I'm just using the blue tool. I'm not putting too much pressure on, but I am making sure the edges are pushed in. As I say, when this is dry, I'm going to cut around all the drawers. Hi, Jane. So Christy says, think of the dogs as cheerleaders. Do you know what? I don't know what it's like where you are, but all week there has been fireworks, banging half the night, and I think by Halloween, this is Halloween night, I think everyone has just had enough of the fireworks and the bangers. They're just constantly going off. So I'm on to the second drawer. I'm just pushing down, pushing the air bubbles out, down and out, and across. And there's a little lip just under the drawer where the drawer ends, and then there's a little bit of wood. So I'm just paying attention to that, because when I cut it, I want to make sure that it's level and that it's on this little bit of wood. So did you all see the Christmas challenge on Thursday? If you didn't, I think the videos are all still there to watch on the Aussie Decor page. But the content creators and brand ambassadors had a challenge to do Christmas, to use the Christmas products from Aussie Decor. And it was great fun. There's voting in the Creative Club, but I think it's safe to say Team 3 has it. Hi, Ursula. So I just have a little bit of a crease there that I'm pushing out. And then the sides of this I'm going to stencil and again do some sort of effect on it. So I'm just got a little crease at the bottom, so I'm lifting that up while I still can before it starts to adhere. So there we go. That is basically the poster print on. When I cut it, I might run a little bit of glue along all the edges just to make sure they stick. And then I was saying about the Christmas challenge. If you haven't seen it, you need to go and watch Team 3. We had Sharon in the North Pole. We had Christy, who was doing Christmas things, wearing her Halloween masks. It was hilarious. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. As I say, the voting's still open. But I think at this stage, Team 3 definitely have it. So I really, really like this poster print. I like the abstract design on it. So what I'm doing is I'm just going back over all those. This is where I'm pushing the print into where I'm going to cut it. So when I cut it, it'll be a nice defined line. So I have one little wrinkle in the bottom. I have one little wrinkle in the bottom drawer, and sometimes you find that with old furniture. Old furniture is very rarely square. It's very rarely you get a very old piece of furniture that everything is the same size. That's why you should always number, when you take your drawers out, you should always number them in old furniture, because most of the time they're made to measure each space, if that makes sense. So I have one wee tiny crease at the bottom, and the rest of it is perfect. And how good does that look? So he is Saxy Jazz. That's his name. And he is available. This is the A1 size. Then I think there's A2, and I think there's also A3. Some of them you get in 3 sizes, some of them are only available in 2 sizes. As I say, this is only my second time using one of these, and as long as you're not afraid of it and just follow the instructions, I think. Just follow the instructions, don't be afraid of it. And I think we definitely have a winner. So I'm going to get my paints and all these bright colours, mix them into squeezy bottles with Floetrol, take this drawer out and take the handles off, and then I'm going to drip paint all over, so it looks like, it just looks like this, like drippy paint. And then the sides, I'm going to stencil it, maybe do a raised stencil on the side, and I'm going to refinish the top the same as this drawer with the drippy paints. And I think that would be super. And I think that would be effective, very effective. And just the facelift it this way. Because this is all I really have of my granddad. They didn't have, they weren't wealthy people. They didn't when they left, they didn't leave much. So yeah, I love these because they were his. And I will just keep refinishing them. I think I'll just keep refinishing them and refinishing them and refinishing them. So I'm going to bring it off the stand. This is usually when everything goes wrong. I'm going to bring it over really close so you can see how cool these are. So you can see here we've went in, I've pushed in under the drawer and across that wee lip, and these are where I'll be cutting. I will wait until it's dry to cut it. So that's so cool. I say I only have one wee tiny wrinkle here. You can't even see it because it's on the dark blue, but there is one wee tiny wrinkle there, and that's because the drawer is not flush. So I will just keep for a few minutes going over and over and making sure that I've got all the wee air bubbles. And then that's it, guys. That is Saxy Jazz. That is our A1. And that is our A1. So Jane has asked, do you have to re-glue when you, so if I slice into this and feel it and it feels loose, you know, maybe there's a wee bit of air where it folds in under, I will just run a wee bit of glue on a brush and push it in, just the same as what you would do when you're decoupaging. The only thing is these poster prints are thicker than your decoupage paper, and they have a matte finish. So if I do this and I want it to be a high gloss finish, then I will do this, wait for it to dry, and when I get my gloss or my semi-gloss top coat, I'll just do the whole thing so that this will change from matte to semi-gloss. So yeah, it's just the same as when you're decoupaging anything. If you're using wallpaper, if you're using our rice papers, whatever you're using, when you cut into it, you must always check. Just run your finger like that, and if it makes a noise, you know that it needs a wee bit of glue, Jane. I hope that answers your question. If you don't work it out beforehand, it can be a real pain. Yeah, that's right. Now, some people, so that's the way I do it, right? This is the way I decoupage. Just put it on, some people measure each drawer and then cut out, and then they would measure this and then cut a thin strip, and then they would measure the next drawer, right, and so on. So they will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces, and they will glue each piece on individually. And that's probably what I should be doing, but I like to do this. I like to do it this way, and when I paint it in, or when I do my paint effect here, it's not going to look factory finished, you know what I mean? It's going to be arty. If you wanted it like a factory finish, you probably would be better measuring everything out, because this drawer at the bottom is not square, and I know it's not square because there's a wee tiny wrinkle in it, where the drawer wasn't the same, wasn't uniform. I love that face. Caroline says her measuring skills aren't good enough for that. No, mine aren't either. Oh, hi Liz. Hi Helena. She says, I thought it was on at 7. No, our clocks have changed. Our clock times changed. We went into we lost an hour. So maybe Liz, maybe it said 7, but it was actually because our clocks have changed. Then changed to 6 o'clock, if it makes sense. So I am going to leave it there because it's Halloween, and I am going to go and give out the candy and the sweeties to the children. I might stick a mask on and frighten them. I like doing that. I like putting a mask on and the door go, and then they all scream, run away. Right, so that's me. Oh, Jane says, how long does it take to dry? It'll be dry. It'll be dry. I would say 20 minutes. I leave it about 20 minutes. It adheres very quickly. If I tried to peel that off to reposition it now, it would rip. That's, you know, it's adhered. So anyone, any other questions? And I will, if not, I will see you all next week. Where I actually don't know what I'm doing. I might have to move the time of my lives, because 6 o'clock now is really dark. So I might need to move to 5 o'clock so I have a bit of daylight, because I've had to bring additional lighting in for this. So that's me. Thank you everyone for joining. And I know it's a short one, but it's Halloween. And I will see you all next week, when I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't a clue what I'm doing yet. And there is Saxy Jazz. Lovely, isn't it? Right, thanks everyone. Bye.